So some of the primary investors in Truth Social, some of the original investors, are starting to sell off. Now, this Litinsky, who owns uh, United Atlantic Ventures, owned 5.5% of Truth Social, or about 7.5 million shares of stock, has sold all the way down to just owning 100 shares. They ditched almost the entire lot of 7.5 million shares. Now, Truth Social had bottomed out earlier this week at a little over $12 a share. It had bounced up to over 14 yesterday, and it is now back trending under 14. It is losing money. It's going to continue to lose money if more of these primary investors drop. Now that the lockout has expired, they are allowed to do this. Donald Trump has said he's not planning on going anywhere. He's planning on keeping his Truth Social stock, but he has lost a ton of value with this Truth Social stock crash. When they went public, Truth Social was about $60 a share. It capped at about $70 a share, and it, like I said, is now under 14. For about every dollar in valuation that the stock loses, Donald Trump loses about $115 million in valuation of this stock's value. So Donald Trump is not going to be happy knowing his stock is losing. He's probably going to eventually want to sell here soon before it gets too much lower, because otherwise he's going to get nothing out of this deal. And once he starts selling, it's going to crater even lower. So Truth Social stock is not a good investment. If you're thinking about investing, don't. It's only going to continue to drop. And one of the reasons it's dropping so bad and these investors are getting out is there has not been one positive financial report coming out about Truth Social. They've had numerous financial reports where they're losing hundreds of millions of dollars, but only making like a couple million in revenue. The math isn't mathing as to how they are losing so much money because they're not making anything. They don't have the traffic of any of the major social media platforms, despite what Donald Trump likes to brag about. They don't make anything of use, and it's just an echo chamber for Donald Trump. Truth Social is going to be gone probably after Donald Trump ends up losing this presidential election. And if he ultimately ends up in prison, expect Truth Social to go the way of MySpace at that point. It is ridiculous, but the sell-off has begun. This is one of the first major investors to sell. We'll see how many more come up and go, and if the stock continues to plummet like this, they probably will.